treat it is to be back here in the cozy and quirky confines of the Mainstay here in Rock Hall. We love it here. We've been here a bunch over the years, and it's so nice to be with you. Who's seen us before? Any familiar? Oh, look at all these familiar faces. Great to see you again, and welcome to all the new folks as well. We are the Ken and Brad Kolodner Quartet. That's my father, Ken Kolodner, there on the hammered dulcimer. And he did tune those 90 strings before the show, but I will tell you they're probably already out of tune. So listen closely. No, it's an adventure with this 90-string beast. But my father has been playing that as long as I can remember. Many years before I was born, started playing the hammered dulcimer, and it's a treat to get to make music together. We are celebrating about 15 years now as a father-son band. And let's do that Coleman's March here. Yeah, here we go. This is an old tune that probably has some Irish and Scottish heritage. It's called Coleman's March. you so much. That's an original tune I wrote back when we were just starting to play together as a father-son duo. It's a tune called Otter Creek, named for a little river that runs through Middlebury, Vermont, where my mom's side of the family is from. And lots of the music we compose is inspired by our time up there in New England. And of course, our time over here in Maryland. We are from Baltimore, just across the bridge. And yeah, you're probably wondering, how do you get into bluegrass and old time and this kind of music in Baltimore? But my dad picked up the fiddle when he was in his 20s and then found his way to the hammered dulcimer somehow. And eventually I picked up the banjo when I was a teenager. But there's a rich history of old time and bluegrass music in Maryland, and some folks who've brought the music to Maryland from their homes in Appalachia, finding work in the cities, in the industry, in Baltimore specifically. And the one artist in particular came with her family years ago and settled down in Northeast Maryland, named Olabelle Reed, and she left us with some great songs. She's no longer with us, but a really influential figure in the bluegrass and old-time community, and bringing the stories and the songs and the melodies from her family to Maryland and inspiring so many. And we're going to do one of her songs here. It's called I've Endured. 1, 2, 3. Trod the hills and valleys through all the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing, I've heard the thunder roll. I've endured. How long must one endure? Clothes on. I was sent to church on Sunday to learn the golden rule. I've endured. How long must one endure? I've seen many heartache, there'll be many more. I've lived love and sorrow, been through success's door. I've endured. How long must one endure? Thank you. Well, over the years playing together, we've been fortunate to get to make music with some great pals up here on stage. This is Alex Lacquement on the upright bass. Big Al. And I'll toss things over to our buddy Rachel Eddy here on the fiddle.
Thanks so much. I think this is my third time here with the band, and one of the things I always remember about the crowd in this venue is y'all are like a little rowdy. There's rowdy, and I can tell it wants to come out, and I just want to encourage you, like, if you feel it, just let it out. It's fun for us too. And here's a really good opportunity to make some music with these fine folks up on stage and sing along the next number, which is the Richmond Blues. And if you think you can't sing, it doesn't matter. You should just sing. That's the way to sing. And all you need to do is echo back what I sing. Honey all night long, honey all night long. Yeah, honey all night long. Honey all night long. Yeah, I got the Richmond Blues, honey all night long. Yeah, they're rowdy, right? It's all right. That's all the rehearsal we get. That's it.
Go for it.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
righty, that sure was rowdy.
Rowdy.
Fun. That fiddle tune there is called Possum on a Rail. That's literally the name of the tune. There are some very silly names in. This is definitely not a love and bossa nova show with tunes like Possum and a Rail. But there's so much great music here at the Mainstay, and it's always a treat to be part of this. And the eclectic mix that's here is such a nice treat for the community to have this variety. And speaking of variety, we're going to change it up a bit and bring this peculiar creature to the stage. It's called the hammered imbira. It's like a thumb piano, but in a hammered dulcimer layout. It's a really fascinating instrument. My father likes to think of himself as one of the top 50 players in the world of the hammered imbira.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this it's spelled M-B-I-R-A. It's also known as a kalimba thumb piano. It's an African instrument, and a guy got on the West Coast in Oregon got the idea to try to capture the sound of the thumb piano in the layout of a hammer dulcimer. I don't know what gave him this idea, but he did it, and that's what this thing is. And the great thing about it for me is that I've had it, I don't know, 12, 13 years or so, and you never have to tune it. I've tuned only 2 rods in all that time.
It makes it harder to sell when you say that.
You never have to tune it. It's great. That I got to tune every time I play.
We'll do a tune here. It wasn't a beautiful day out there today, just a gorgeous spring day. And this is a tune I wrote while sitting in my backyard on a warm summer day. They're just around the corner. And
Coming.
Yeah, they're coming. And I was sitting out underneath this arbor pergola that I built years ago. And there's a wisteria vine that grows on it and provides shade in the summer. And I wrote this tune sitting under the wisteria vine. Here's an original tune called, you guessed it, Wisteria. years, we've been really fascinated with the unusual combinations of instruments and finding new textures and funky sounds to play with. And this instrument here is essentially a vegetable on a stick. It is a gourd banjo. And the gourd grew on a farm in Pennsylvania specifically for its future life as a gourd banjo. And it was built in Baltimore by this wonderful gourd banjo maker named Pete Ross. And he's built instruments that are in the Smithsonian and at the Met, and just amazing, beautiful instruments that really connect back to the early West African heritage of the banjo. And this instrument here has a goatskin head. It's a beautiful piece of walnut that runs through it. It's fretless, has nylon strings, and it's just a lovely instrument. And it connects also to some music history in Baltimore, where the first banjo factory in the world was located back in the mid-1800s. The first banjo factory was right down on Baltimore Street. This German migrant named William Boucher set up shop building banjos, and the top of this banjo here is kind of designed after what those early Boucher banjos looked like. But anyway, that's enough nerding out on the history for a moment, and we're going to play some more music. This is a tune that it's one that we recorded on our previous record called Stony Run, which came out about 6 years ago now. And we've got a new album in the can, ready to come out this summer. Yeah, well, it'll come out in the summer. It's not, we'll have the CDs in our hands in a couple of weeks, but we will release it in the summer to the masses of our family, and maybe some of you one day. But we're gonna do this tune here called Black Eyed Susie. Susie, hey, hey, black-eyed Susie, hey. Susie, hey. Do a couple more here on the vegetable on the stick, the gourd banjo, and
I'll take one.
you'll take one? Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Take one.
I have to be careful around pets because they will start licking this banjo, thinking that it's, especially this like skin head, they think it's a chew toy, exactly. So I've a couple of times have looked over and seen a dog like licking the banjo here. Get it just in time. That would be a sad day. We've probably had, not for the dog. The dog would love it. I almost remember. I don't know if back in the day we used to have this dog. When Caspian, when he was a puppy, did he chew on the instruments? I can like picture like the scroll of a fiddle like chewed up.
He also wants. So I have a damper pedal. I step on this periodically. It changes the sound of the instrument, and he chewed the entire damper pedal. He started to go up the string here. I don't know where he was going to go next, but I finally saw it.
That was Caspian?
Caspian,
Yeah.
Caspian did that.
Rest in peace, Caspian. He died 13 years ago. Yeah. Well, we'll do a song here that I heard when I was a little kid. My parents listened to lots of singer-songwriters in the 60s and 70s, and one of my favorites that they used to listen to a bunch was this great songwriter out of California named Kate Wolf, and she wrote this really great song about gratitude and just reflecting on life. It's called Across the Great Divide. Here it goes. I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. I just turned around, they've gone away. I've been sifting through the layers of dusty books and faded papers. They tell the story I used to know. It was one that happened so long ago. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Softly as the night was falling, with a question, and I reply, but he's gone across the borderline. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside where the rivers change direction across the great divide. The finest hour I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day, when the darkness rolls away. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. It's gone away in yesterday, and I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Thank you. Whole time during that song I was thinking about those oysters out there during the break. I'm excited for those oysters. Well, we're gonna do one more tune, and then we'll take a little break, and you can have a feast, and also come join us over by the table on the side of the room there. We've got all kinds of merchandise, including some CDs, if you remember those, and some vinyl, if you remember those, and we don't have cassettes. No cassettes. No 8-track. Yeah, no 8-track. Yeah, wax cylinders. But we have. Sorry, I know it's a little. It's too far back. But we've got some socks that we sell, actually, with little animals playing instruments. Yeah, Alex has our socks on. You can buy. Wow, we're flanked. Yeah, for a little extra, you can buy those specific socks. Yeah.
Previously worn.
Yeah, not for sale. But we've got some socks and hats, all kinds of goodies over there, including our newsletter as well, if you want to stay in the loop with where we're playing around here. And we're going to do one more here and then take a break and be back with a whole other set of music. And we're going to end this first half here with another original tune. This is the title track of a new recording we're releasing this year. It's called Hands Cove, and it's named for a spot up on Lake Champlain in Vermont, where we have a cabin that's been passed down for many generations on my mom's side of the family. We call it the camp, and it sits right next to this beautiful spot that looks out over the Adirondacks, and across the lake there's Fort Ticonderoga, which was an important spot in the Revolutionary War, and Hands Cove, which sits on the other side of our camp, and the fort's on the other side of the lake, so we're right in the middle. And Hands Cove is where Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys hid out in the dark of night, preparing to capture the fort in the early stages of the war. And sometimes we go paddle back there and take our canoe or kayak and kind of imagine what it must have felt like to be camping out there overnight, getting ready to capture a fort. And so anyway, I wrote this tune kind of thinking about this murky cove that's up in Vermont called Hands Cove. It goes. Thank you. We'll be right back. Thank you. Hey, how about a big round of applause for Mark and all the folks here at the Mainstay doing such great work in the community. And you all are real lucky to have this space. And we're going to do a song here that is, if you're wondering, like, what do you call this music? Is it bluegrass? Is it folk? Is it country? We don't really know either. Doesn't matter. It's just music. But this is definitively a bluegrass song. There's a mountain, there are some farm animals, there's heartbreak, so it's got some key characteristics of bluegrass music. It's called Standing on the Mountain. Here we go.
Darling, won't you marry me? I asked the maiden fair. Turned my back upon her. She wasn't there, she left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there, where the honeybees are buzzing round the flowers there. That is where she vanished, somewhere in that mountain air. She left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. Standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. I would give most anything if once more she'd appear. Told me that she cared a little for this mountain air. She left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. Standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. She left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there.
Thank you. All right, we'll toss things over to Ken here on the hammered dulcimer. He's going to do an original of his, write some great tunes, and this is one of his called The Circle. How about that fiddle in there from Rachel Eddy? That's smooth playing. We met Rachel at a music festival down in West Virginia called Cliff Top. It's this big gathering of old-time musicians from around the world who gather every summer to play, basically just to get together and play tunes with each other. There's a stage, but most people go just to hang out, and that's one of the beautiful things of this kind of music. We play, largely we call this old-time music. It's essentially community music. It's a shared tradition, lots of common tunes that you can just meet folks who have the same tunes to play, and you have fast friends. And Rachel, we met, Alex and I, we also met at this festival years ago, and we were wandering around late one night and heard this beautiful fiddling off in the distance, and a kind of like a tractor beam pulled us in, and we sat down and played some tunes with Rachel, and I don't even know if we got each other's names, but the next day we met formally, and then when Rachel moved to the area, Rachel's down in Alexandria, Virginia, started playing more music together, so yeah, it's always a treat to get to make music with them. So this is Rachel Eddy here on the fiddle.
All right, well, I'm going to sing a song by the late, great John Hartford. Yeah, he just doesn't everybody's heart just warm up when you hear about John Hartford. So my mom, when I was a kid, she did this embarrassing, what moms do, they sing songs, and she would say, sing, "Hey, babe, you want a boogie? Boogie, woogie, woogie with me." And she would sing it in front of my friends, and she would there was some dancing. It was very embarrassing. And anyway, I was fast forward to me being an adult, and someone had given me a copy of John Hartford's Aeroplane, and I was listening through this album, wow, this is a great record. And track 6 comes on, and it's like, "Hey, babe, you want a boogie?" So I called my mom, and I said, "Oh, I get that dorky boogie woogie song you used to sing all the time. I really love this album." And she was such a proud mom that day. She said that she never could have imagined that her 27-year-old kid would be listening to the same music she listened to when she was 27 and actually thinking it is cool. So, it's a little bit of steam-powered Aeroplane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dreamt went away on a steam-powered aeroplane. When I stayed, I damned it didn't come back again. I didn't go very fast on a steam-powered aeroplane. We went around and up and down and inside and then back again. I was sitting on the 747 just watching those clouds roll by. Can't tell if it's sunshine or if it's rain, rain, rain. Rather be sitting on a deck chair hop over Kansas City on a genuine old-fashioned all-things steam-powered aeroplane. Turn that pilot wheel around and then back again. I'd wear a blue hat, yeah, says steam-powered aeroplane, with letters that go around the rim and then back again. I was sitting on the 747 just watching those clouds roll by. Can't tell if it's sunshine or if it's rain, rain, rain. Rather be sitting on a deck chair hop over Kansas City on a genuine old-fashioned all-things steam-powered aeroplane. Watching those clouds roll by. Can't tell if it's sunshine
What in the world is that song about?
I have no
It's just-
idea.
Yeah, it's just very.
Don't
That
shoot
is-
the messenger.
Yeah,
I'm-
right. Steam Powered Airplane. That's a classic. And it's a song that will appear on our new album that comes out pretty soon. And we'll do another one that's off of that new record. This is a song called Voice on the Wind. And it's just a love song, kind of like a lost love. Here's Voice on the Wind. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I looked out that beach of sand. I looked out to sea across the edge of the land. Watched the seabirds fly and the oceans roll. And I wonder why my heart's so sore. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as the song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. Seabirds fly out over the waves. I sit inside over happy days, and lonesome there my heart does pine for a love that lasts till the end of time. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as the song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight. From the end of the sea to the edge of the sky, where does love go as the years roll by? Here deep in my heart you'll always be, as sure as the shore is kissed by the sea. Your love has gone, said a voice on the wind, as sweet as the song on a violin, as sad as the sky on a starless night, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight, or the tear in your eye in the pale moonlight.
Alrighty, we're gonna toss things over to Big Al here on the upright bass. We have the joy of playing together in another band called Charm City Junction, which has played here at the Mainstay. Yeah, and it's super fun. A band that's we're still quite active and playing a bunch. We're gonna get Alex here to sing you another song that comes from the John Hartford sort of catalog. Yeah, John Hartford, great country songwriter, and here you go.
Yeah. Well, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to, I don't know if you noticed, I reached out to Ben about what to wear today. As you can see. Yes. There's photographic evidence if you forgot tonight. But I just wanted to give a shout out, because it helped me feel good about it tonight. And you all are helping us feel good by being rowdy. And this one has got a great chorus for singing along. It's got, I always mistakenly count them, but it's got oh me, Oh my. That's only 3 words you need to know, okay? If you want to sing along on those, that'd be excellent. And then there's plenty other words that follow that, so feel free to join in as you see fit and make them up and and so on and so forth. Like Brad said, this one I learned from John Hartford. He didn't write it, but it's the reason why I fell in love with it. It's going to feature Brad on the gourd right at the top.
Here we go. Late last night. 1, 2, 3.
Come home, and I heard this mighty rapping on the door. He's a slipping and a sliding with his new shoes on. Oh, Willie, don't you rap no more. And it's oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? I was downtown just a fooling around. Oh, mama, don't you cry for me. Ago, you promised that you'd marry me, standing there in your mama's kitchen door. And it's oh me, oh my, what's gonna become of me? I was downtown just a fooling around. Oh mama, don't you cry for me.
So we're gonna do let's do Peters. Yeah. We're gonna do another original here, and this is one that I wrote not long ago. A few months back, my father became a grandfather. Yeah. My sister had a baby, not me. I have no children, but
So this look right here, I gotta just tell the story.
Oh no.
So you can see it here. See, Peter doesn't look particularly happy here, and the reason is, so my daughter used to play the fiddle many years ago, and she decided when she had a little baby, it's time to get the fiddle back out. I'm not sure why she thought of this, but thought it would be good, to have music in the kid's life. And this was my daughter's reintroduction to the fiddle, and that's the face. This baby said, "There will be no fiddle playing in this house."
Mama don't allow.
Although apparently, just like a day or two ago, she played some more fiddle, and he was tolerant of fiddle.
Yes.
So, the third generation of fiddlers in the family, perhaps. Yeah. You got a story?
No,
Okay.
I mean,
Go ahead. Go
okay,
ahead.
well, I mean,
He's got a little baby too.
I have a,
so-
I have a daughter who's a year and a half old, and my daughter and Hillary's son were just getting together today and yesterday. And right now we're in the really lucky stage because Ethelyn will be in the living room and she'll point to the fiddle. And my wife doesn't really play the fiddle. And she'll go, Mama, fiddle. Or she really just says, Mama.
She doesn't ask you to play fiddle?
No, she doesn't ask me. She asks Mom.
Alex says play.
She says Dada bass. Boom, boom.
Okay.
So
Anywho, back
all
to
of
your-
this is a very wholesome preamble to this tune that I wrote for my new nephew, Peter. Here's Peter's Lullaby. Cue the aw. Swift House? Swift House?
Okay.
Yeah, get the Imbira back out. Oh, right. Or actually, maybe Angel Island. Let's do Swift House. Swift House, yeah. All right. Oh, I know, right? True. All right, we'll get the hammered Imbira back out here on the stage and do just a couple more for you. That last tune, by the way, I don't think my sister knows that tune exists, so we'll keep it a secret for now. It'll be a surprise.
When the album comes out.
Yeah.
I can fall asleep too.
Yeah. Well, our album is $20 and will be available. And no, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna do another original here from my father. He, when I was growing up, he used to play the hammered dulcimer in the living room as I would fall asleep, and I had for some reason had a hard time falling asleep when I was a little kid, and I would bring my blanket and my little alarm clock and my pillow to the top of the stairs so I could listen to the music and be closer to my parents while I was falling asleep at night. And just last year, I decided I needed to go back to my room. Yeah. That was not a planned joke, by the way. Whenever I think of my father's original tunes, I can think back to those early days of him sort of noodling there in the living room, falling asleep. This is one of his called "The Swift House." It's got a fun story too.
I'll tell you the story. So, I am 71, and I still run around on a soccer field, kicking a ball around with a bunch of friends. Actually, Brad and I play every Tuesday and Thursday together. And Brad runs around a lot more than I do. I'm more like a traffic cone these days. But I was playing when I was 56, and for some reason I thought the ball was up in the air and it was about to go in the goal, and I thought I could do this. It's called a scorpion kick, where you jump up backwards and you get the ball with the back of your heel, and I thought I could get it, and I did. But the problem with this kick is you go way up. You know, your legs go up there, and you got to come back down. When I came back down, I broke my wrist. Of course, I finished the game, but we went skiing a couple weeks later, and I didn't think it was a good idea for me to go skiing. And I had two fingers poking out of the cast. I had them design a cast so that I could play the hammered dulcimer, and I had these two fingers. And we were staying at this place in Middlebury, Vermont called the Swift House. And I decided to write a little tune, and I called it the Swift House. It's a beautiful, snowy day.
you so much for joining us here on this beautiful spring day here at the Mainstay. And big hand for Clark running sound, doing such a wonderful job, as always. Thank you, Clark. And thanks again to Mark and the whole team here at the Mainstay for keeping this going, and all of you for supporting this venue and this community. So give yourselves a round of applause for supporting live music. How beautiful it is that we can all just gather and be in a room and experience live music together as one. And yeah, we're going to send you out here with a whole pile of tunes. We like to call this the big set. There, I think, are 4 tunes in this set, and we'll somehow switch between most of these instruments without stopping. So it's always a bit of an adventure. But before we get out of here, I'd like to also thank our musicians here on stage. That's Alex Lacquement on the upright bass. And on the fiddle and guitar and now banjo, this is Rachel Eddy. That's my father, Ken Kolodner, on hammer, dulcimer, fiddle.
And that's my son, Brad. Yeah. Now you notice that Brad likes to do a lot of the talking up here. You might have noticed that. And Brad is a radio DJ. You can listen to him pretty much every day of the week. Are you on the air right now?
I'm not on the air right now.
Oh, he's not on the air right now. You can't listen, but you can listen to him right here. So, but what is it? Bluegrass country and folk alley. Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Mainstay. I'm your host, Brad Kolodner, broadcasting at bluegrasscountry.org every Wednesday and Friday, host of the Brad Kolodner Show and the Old Time Jam. Also on Folk Alley, folkalley.com, your home for the latest in roots music. And if you don't like fiddle, banjo, hammer, dulcimer music, I encourage you to change the channel right now. There you go. My goofy radio shtick. All right, we're going to close things out here with some fiddle sticks. My father will beat upon my fiddle with his hammer dulcimer mallets. Yeah. This is actually an old tradition called fiddlesticks. Here you go. Yeah. I just want to say I'm doing most of the hard work, but he gets all the credit every time. Where were we?
never let us down.
There you go. Well, we don't know any other songs, so we're gonna play the last one again. All right. Thank you so much.
Are you gonna teach me the song or?
Oh yeah.
And we're actually just going to stand here and tune for the encore.
Yeah.
Dress from a driver in the line. Hop high, hop high, hop high.